part 2 of a 3-part tutorial series on the aerial semi front swing rise. If you want to master this trick and transition, watch this whole series and subscribe so that way you can see the final part when I release it in like a week or 2. This tutorial is going to cover the front swing rise in extreme detail. So if you have ever wanted to master this trick, watch this tutorial all the way to the end. But with that said, let's get started. Before we start talking about the rise, I want to talk about the front swing and understanding the difference between a front swing and a back swing, and how to do a good swing is extremely important if you want a good rise. So the front swing is going to start in a position that I like to call the flamingo, with both arms in front and your swing leg in front as well. From here, you're going to swing your leg behind your body, generating forwards flipping momentum. As you swing that leg, make sure it's at an angle between your opposite shoulder and ear. That will give you the right inversion for a rise, because it's not perfectly vertical or perfectly horizontal. It's somewhere in between. And if you swing your leg between your opposite shoulder and ear, that will give you the perfect angle. And all of this advice also goes for the backswing. When you swing your leg starting from behind your body with both arms back there to the front, generating backwards flipping momentum. Common tricks for the front swing are of course the rise, and you can see the backswing every time you see someone do a cheat gainer. And of course, when you do a backswing, it's between your opposite shoulder and ear. That will give you the right amount of inversion. But now that you understand the difference between a front swing and a backswing, I'm gonna go over an in-depth analysis of the front swing rise. Our front swing rise is gonna start in a flamingo position, just like all other front swing tricks. You're gonna have your swing leg in front of your body as well as both arms. From here, you're gonna spot forward as you drive that leg back between your opposite shoulder and ear. When you're first learning this trick, I recommend you swing your leg a little bit bent to avoid hyperextending your knee, and as you get better at it, straighten that leg more and more as you find that angle to swing it when you do the front swing. But as you drive that leg down and back, you're gonna be jumping off your base foot as you reach across your body with your opposing arm, and the arm that's on your swing side is going to be doing a semicircle motion to generate more flipping momentum. Now, once you leave the ground from that position, you can turn your chest to spot your landing, bring your arms back for the eagle, and pull your leg back as well. That way you can land in a perfect eagle. The thing that makes a front swing rise such a cool trick is you go from the front swing right into a back swing, and it's super seamless. But that is the in-depth analysis. You want to make sure you land in that flamingo position. Drive your leg back between your opposite shoulder and ear as you reach one arm across and make the other one go in a semicircle to generate more flipping momentum. Then once you leave the ground, just spot your landing and hit a nice strong eagle position. From there, you're just gonna land with your chest up and swing into whatever the next trick is. Now that you know what the front swing rise is, I'm gonna go over a complete progression for learning this trick. And I think it all begins with understanding the front swing crescent. You're going to do a horrible crescent kick, starting in a backside position, stepping in front, and then just lifting your leg however you want to end in a good, strong flamingo position. So that way you can front swing into whatever the next trick is. The front swing crescent is, in my opinion, the best and the easiest skill to really master the front swing transition. So what I would recommend is do the front swing crescent and start with the Gumby, which is just a rise with both hands. If you cannot do a front swing Gumby, you should take a step back and work your Gumby and your flexibility until you're able to do it, and then play around more with the front swing rise. Now, once you understand the front swing Gumby, I want you to start working towards the Sailor Moon and the touchdown rise. A front swing Sailor Moon just uses your first hand, and a front swing touchdown rise just uses your last one. Then slowly remove your hands altogether to just do the front swing rise. Doing this progression where you start out with your hands and then you slowly remove them as you get more flipping momentum and further develop your technique is the safest way to learn this trick. Of course, train at your own risk and approach everything with respect and caution, but do that front swing crescent, practice the Gumby, and try and get more height and more flip by driving that leg down and picking it up, jumping more off your plant leg, and using your arms to generate that momentum. The way you move your arms when you do a Gumby is gonna be the same way you move your arms when you do the Rise. So practicing the front swing Gumby from that front swing crescent is a great way to develop the technique. Now, once you understand the front swing crescent, you can then do different tricks to transition into your front swing. Try the aerial semi, try the cheat 7 double, do something weird like an E-kick. Play around with the front swing with all the tricks you have, and that is the progression. Just start out with that crescent kick. Use your hands, get rid of your hands as you get better at it, so that way you can do the full Rise, and then start playing around with harder tricks to get into it, like the aerial semi. And now I'm gonna give you a ton of tips to help you really master this trick. Tip number 1 is to use the angle of your swing leg to help you control your inversion. When you do a front swing Rise or a back swing cheat gainer, the angle at which you swing that leg is gonna determine what axis you flip on. If you swing that leg very vertically, you'll flip right over your head. But if you swing it way across your body, you'll flip to the side. What I want you to do is experiment and find the perfect axis for you. Try and do a Rise that's maybe a little bit more vertical, then try and do one that's more horizontal, and play around with it until you find just the right axis. Like I said earlier, I usually recommend people swing between their shoulder and ear, but as you learn more tricks and as you want to control your inversion more, like you want to do a more high Rise that's less inverted or a more vertical Rise that has more inversion, doing all of that by controlling the angle of your swing leg and developing that muscle will help with all of your tricks. Tip number 2, don't spot your landing too early. When you do a front swing Rise, you want to be looking forward as you perform the front swing motion, and only after you've left the ground do you want to turn to spot your landing. If you turn your chest way too early, you're not going to be able to do a good set, and you're not going to have any flip in your Rise. So trust me, relax, look forward until you leave the ground, and then turn to spot your landing. If you are patient in your spotting, your tricks will be far better. Tip number 3, use your arms. Of course, for the front swing Rise, most of your flipping momentum is gonna come from you swinging that leg behind you. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't be using your arms. What I recommend is you reach across your body with the arm that is opposite your swing leg, and the arm that is on the side of your swing leg, you kind of draw a semicircle and almost follow the leg as it swings. You want to time the swing of your leg with the swing of your arm and use them all in tandem if you want the best possible front swing Rise. Tip number 4, keep your chest up, especially as you do the transition for the front swing. If you dip your chest as you swing that leg, you're gonna be cutting off a lot of your power. You want your chest to be proud and forward as you do that front swing, so that way you don't lose any momentum. So keep spotting forward and keep your chest up as you do the front swing, and you'll have good, proper technique that will go into a good, strong Rise. Tip number 5, be hyper aware of the inversion of your setup. So if you're doing an aerial semi into your front swing Rise, chances are your aerial semi will have about the same inversion as your front swing Rise. But if you're doing a cheat 7 double with your chest up the whole time and then dropping it into a front swing, you're gonna need to generate a lot more inversion with your leg. And understanding the connection between the setup before the front swing and the front swing itself will help you a ton when doing all your tricks. Even when you do a backswing, if you know exactly when to hit that eagle, swing that leg, and where to look and how to hold your body, it will be nice and strong, and that will translate to all your other skills. Yo, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you can use this tutorial to really sharpen your front swing and to really understand the Raiz. Now, if you didn't know, posters are now available for sale at howtomastertricking.com. This is my first poster run ever. They're super high quality cardstock. The printing is gonna last forever. I'm super excited about the product, and they're now available on the store with worldwide shipping. Please go check them out if you want to support Mastering Tricking, so that way I can create more content just like this. But thank you guys again for watching and supporting. Please have a lovely day.